A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week. A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Check man, check man.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll try the middle with Cook. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The Vikings sit 2-0 here to begin the season. Now off to exactly the start you're hoping for. Nothing for the fan base to complain about, at least not yet.
I like the way that you phrased that. Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a long ways to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way if they stay in that mode throughout the season.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap. to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. Anthony. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Left side, Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Off the play fake. Anthony.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Looking to throw. Anthony. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Badgley able to knock this one through, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end. start here at the 25.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win. But definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Kramer. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Justin Herbert,
his second touchdown on the season.
And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Off play action. Anthony. Caught by Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
On first down, Anthony. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Looking to throw on second down. Anthony
able to locate his man Slayton on an out route.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 39. A good pickup there, 22.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
Ready, ready.
Throwing on first down. Anthony, he'll dump this off to Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Vikings have retaken the lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Herbert. His throw incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left.
He's got a man, complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. handoff as they run the counter play. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 3, second and a yard. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On third down, they're going to run for it here. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the Chargers get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert now. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On is the Chargers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Come on. Hey.
To throw on 3rd down, Anthony. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On second down, they'll run it here. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 77 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. This is a counter play. Eckler, room here to run.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Down, they'll go to the ground attack. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Kramer, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle, and they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive, and even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers! A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. Kene Nwangu. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one. That puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize them? Or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Herbert. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Herbert.
Got his man. It's Bo Melton.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown.
And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Past the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He'll try again, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there.
His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalpost. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Anthony. He's got Allen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Anthony, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Second and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some space here. Dances by him. And all the way up to the 47-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
146 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Flushed out right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Chargers, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.